Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're looking directly into a dark psychological mirror, one that reflects our modern digital lives. We aren't just making casual observations here, we're uncovering an active, ongoing shift in human psychology together. We are examining exactly how the systems we interact with every single day are quietly, fundamentally changing our capacity to feel.
I want you to ask yourself something, and honestly, I want you to really reflect on it. Remember when small things actually used to make you happy? Think back to a baseline time in your life. A time when a simple, everyday moment, sitting outside, finishing a small task, or just existing brought you true, uninterrupted joy. Hold on to that memory for a second, because we really need to look at what's replaced it. Notice the stark contrast here. We've traded those deep, lasting, simple moments for temporary hits. Everything we consume right now feels incredibly fleeting. The genuine smile fades almost as quickly as it appears, and it's replaced by this constant, insatiable need for the very next thing. And that need, it's feeding a cycle of relentless speed. Videos. Endless short-form clips just flashing rapidly before our eyes. We don't even watch anymore, do we? We just consume. Swipe, 2 seconds. Swipe again. It's a relentless visual barrage overloading your cortex before you can even process what you just saw. Music. The pace doesn't slow down here either. We're rapidly, restlessly skipping through tracks. A song barely even hits the chorus and bam, we're already looking for the next auditory spike. We aren't truly listening to the melody anymore. We're just hunting for the next drop. In conversations, even our most fundamental human connections have been completely hijacked. People sitting right across from each other, entirely distracted by the glowing screens in their hands. The physical presence is there for sure, but the emotional presence, it's trapped behind glass. The result is that nothing really feels deep anymore. Section 1. The age of overstimulation. We have entered a state of constant brain activity. Look at this number, 0. That is exactly how much true rest your mind gets today, 0. While you think you're relaxing by scrolling, your brain is absolutely overheating. It's constantly processing inputs, notifications, and alerts without a single moment of genuine, silent recovery. Every single app is violently fighting for your attention. Every platform out there competes to trigger your emotions, and they use a very specific arsenal to do it. Shock. Rapid, dramatic, viral content. Anger. Outrage-inducing comments and polarizing debates. Fear. Dark, looming news headlines designed to literally make you panic. And underneath it all, dopamine. Glowing, engineered reward signals flooding your brain every time you engage. Which brings us to a really harsh clinical reality. Emotional numbness. When you're subjected to that endless barrage of shock, anger, fear, and dopamine, your emotional reserves simply run dry. This is the exhaustion of emotions. It results in profound feelings of emptiness, even while you are being constantly entertained. Your capacity to feel is just drained. Section 2. The numbness epidemic. Welcome to a crowded, lonely world. And here is the truly terrifying part that we're discovering together. You think this is normal. Society has broadly accepted this profound emotional blunting as just the standard state of modern being. We've totally normalized the emptiness. We assume that feeling a little bit dead inside is just the cost of doing business in the modern world. But here's the biological mismatch: human design versus non-stop stimulation. Human beings, over thousands of years of evolution, were simply never designed to withstand this non-stop, algorithmically optimized digital barrage. Our biological hardware literally cannot keep up with this software. Because our brains have been rewired by this constant input, silence actually feels uncomfortable now. Think about the modern anxiety of sitting quietly in a room without a device, without music, without a screen. The total absence of noise induces a genuine physical restlessness. And boredom? Boredom literally feels painful. This psychological shift is just staggering. The absence of constant digital input has transformed from a natural state of rest into an agonizing experience. We squirm, we panic, we desperately reach into our pockets to soothe the pain of just being alone with our own thoughts. We are caught in a massive rift between slow reality and the hyper-fast internet.
The physical world around us naturally operates at a slow, deliberate pace. Trees grow slowly, deep relationships build slowly. But the online environment, it's aggressively fast, colorful, and hyper-stimulating. Next to the internet, real life just feels dull, gray, and agonizingly slow. Section 3. Escaping reality. Falling into screens. So I have to ask you this heavy question. If we feel so empty, and if the dopamine hits are so fleeting, why do we keep escaping? Why do we continuously, almost involuntarily, fall right back into our devices, plummeting into this giant digital well? Because we are on a desperate search inside an endless scrolling tunnel. Step 1, we search for stimulation, just trying to feel a spark. Step 2, we search for emotion, hoping a video will make us laugh or cry or feel literally anything at all as our emotional capacity fades. And step 3, ultimately, we're searching a digital void for something real, genuine human connection. But we're looking for it in the exact place that stripped it away. I want to speak directly to you right now. You thought you were just tired. You thought the brain fog, the lack of excitement, the general feeling of being totally disconnected was just exhaustion from a long week. You diagnosed yourself with mere fatigue. But the undeniably tragic irony is this. Modern systems trained your brain to feel everything constantly. They pushed your emotional dials to the absolute maximum, day after day, hour after hour, until eventually the system overloaded, and you stopped feeling deeply at all. The glowing phone light slowly replaced the human heart. Which leaves us with this final, intensely heavy thought. The most dangerous systems don't destroy your emotions instantly. They slowly numb them over time. Take a long, hard look at your relationship with the glowing rectangle in your pocket. Are you consuming it? Or is it slowly, quietly consuming you? Thank you for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking the hard questions and take care of your mind.